Hi everyone, it's Rose here from Little Miss Rose and welcome. This video I'm doing something slightly different. This past month I created some blackout stickers just specifically for a blackout journal, and I needed some photos for my Etsy shop, and I thought the best way to show off the stickers was to actually use them in a blackout notebook. And at the same time I thought, well, why not do a sort of August plan with me in my black notebook. So initially I wasn't actually going to use this journal for August, and I'm still not actually sure if I'm going to use it. I still haven't set up my current notebook for August, and this setup, as you can see, only has the bare minimum. Also, I find that using a blackout notebook you have to use white jelly roll pens in order to see what you're writing down, obviously, and if you take your notebook out with you everywhere, it's not the best for writing down quick notes and then shutting your notebook and putting it away, because you need to have time for the ink to dry. But like I said, since I haven't actually set up my current notebook for August, I may actually end up using this just because it's already there. So anyway, let's carry on with what I'm actually doing in my blackout notebook. So this notebook is an Archer and Olive notebook. It is exactly the same as a white Archer and Olive notebook, except the pages are black. So for my August cover page, I've just used a white jelly roll pen in size 08 to do a big heading. And then I've got these, what you call the jelly roll shadow pens, and these are the silver shadow. So I bought these ages ago, these pens, and the thing with these pens is when you write with them, they come out blue, and when they dry, what is supposed to happen is you end up with silver pen outlined in blue. But I haven't used these pens in ages, and I must be storing them wrong or something. I've been storing them vertically, and now when I use them they just dry silver. So they come out in the colour that's on the pen and then they dry silver, so they all end up the same. So whatever you do, don't buy these pens, they are a waste of money. As well as that, later on I discover when I'm trying to erase my pencil after I've completed the spread, the silver stuff it's the shimmery stuff, and if you smudge it, just, even though the ink is dry, if you smudge it, it just goes everywhere. You can kind of see it on the page there. You can erase it off, but it's just messy. So please, please, please don't buy these pens. They are a waste of time. Anyway, to carry on, I'm doing an August calendar, my usual calendar format, and I'm using the white jelly roll pen again. These white pens are actually my favourite, so I've tried these ones and the white Signo Uniball pen. I find that these ones are a lot better, especially the size that I have, which is a size 08. So I'm just carrying on with my monthly log, which is going to be in a calendar format again this month. Just another quick tip when you're using a white pen, before you start drawing in your notebook, just grab a piece of scrap paper and make sure that the ink is running smoothly before you start. I've listed all the supplies I've used in the description below. So I'm going to decorate my monthly log using stickers, some of my new blackout stickers. If you follow along with my videos, you'll see that I've created this Dutch door sticker on craft paper before, and now I've recreated it on black paper so that you can use it in your blackout journals. So with the Dutch door sticker, all you have to do is use something sharp like the scissors and a ruler and score along the line along the middle and fold the sticker in half. This way you'll be able to fit it onto the edge of your page. Hopefully it doesn't run away from you. I know that in my last video I mentioned filming a flip through of my last bullet journal. I still intend on doing that, I just haven't got around to it yet, so hopefully I'll get that up in August. So I've decided not to trim down my page this time. I'm just going to leave it as is, and I'll peel off half of the sticker and carefully stick that down onto my page. Once that's done, I'll peel off the rest of the sticker and I can stick the second half of the sticker down on the other side of the page. And I'm just going to cut the excess paper off. You don't have to, you can just leave it as is. And that's my Dutch door done. I'm just going to add some headings using some stickers as well. I have these brush lettered heading stickers because I've tried to find a white brush pen that works on black paper, and the only two that I've tried aren't very opaque. I wouldn't recommend them. So you're either stuck with doing faux calligraphy or using stickers like this. So my next page is more of a quotes page rather than anything functional, and it's also a good chance for me to test out some of these other jelly roll pens. These are the Moonlight version of the pens. Now a quick tip when you're using gel pens and a ruler to avoid smudging your lines. When you have a ruler, you've got usually on the edge you've got a triangular shape, so you've got a flat edge that sits on the paper and then it kind of angles up to the top of the ruler, if you get what I mean. Instead of putting it so the flat edge is flat on your paper, flip the ruler upside down so that the very edge of your ruler doesn't sit on the paper, and that's where you line your pen up with, and that way you don't get ink building up on the edge of your paper, and therefore you won't get your smudged lines. So that's how I've ruled these lines without getting any smudges on them. Now I really love these Moonlight jelly rolls. They are opaque and the colours are lovely and bright. So if you're needing a set of pens to use in your blackout notebook, these are the ones that you should go for. For those of you who like to watch my videos for my drawing and my artistic ability, I'm sorry there's not much of that in this video, but I promise there will be in the next one. Unless that happens to be my flip through, then it'll be in the one after that. So next up, I'm just going to do a quick weekly log, and I'm using these Karen Marker metallic brush pens. Now, Karen Marker pens are one of my favourite brush pens, except you can only use them on thick paper because they are very juicy and they will bleed through your pages. They are perfectly fine in Archer and Olive books because of the thick paper, but if you don't have an Archer and Olive, then maybe you don't want to invest in these Karen markers. For me personally, I find the tips of these marker pens, brush pens, the perfect amount of springiness, so they're not too soft and they're not too hard. The only thing about them is they are quite big, so I do end up lettering quite big with them, but they do work a dream, and I find it really easy to manage the thick and thin strokes that come with brush lettering. If you have a lot of pens in your arsenal, please always remember to test your pens before you put them to paper in your notebook. There have been many a time where I've pulled out a pen that I haven't used in ages and gone to letter onto my page and it's just bone dry and all it leaves is like some scabby little mark. So that's why I always test my pens before I actually use them in my notebook. So here I've just separated my pages into 7 days for the week, adding a little mini calendar using my Moonlight pens and my white pens, and same stickers as before for the headings. Then I'm just going to decorate it randomly with some stickers and a bit of colour from my Cara markers. And also what you didn't see, because I didn't hit record, is that I added some lettering to that space on the top of the right hand side page as well, just to finish off the pages. And then to make my heading August pop, I'm just going to use my white Jelly Roll pen to add a drop shadow, and that's it for my weekly log. Now just stick around for another couple minutes and I'll just talk you through which pens to buy for your blackout notebook and which pens not to buy as well. Now these are just going to be pens that I have personally tested. I'm not going to send you off to buy something that I've not tried before. So first we'll go through the Jelly Roll pens that I've used. Now there are the shadow pens, which are the sparkly silvery ones. Don't fall for these. They look amazing, but they don't do what they're supposed to do for the life of the pen. They also kind of rub off the silvery stuff. I also have a set of Stardust pens, which are a glitter pen. They are translucent on black paper. They work great on white paper, but on black paper they are a no. And then the Jelly Roll Moonlight pens. They are the best by far that I've tried on black paper. They look fluorescent, but on black paper they don't end up being fluorescent, so definitely those are the ones that you need to buy. Now for white pens on black paper, I have tried both the Uniball Signo and the Jelly Roll. My favourite size of the Jelly Roll is the 08. Both are really good, but I do think that the white Jelly Roll pen is just a touch smoother and doesn't seem to stop and start as much as the white Uniball pen. And then finally, I didn't show you these in the video because they are hopeless on black paper. The Kelly Creates white brush pen and the Faber-Castell Pit Artist brush pen. Don't buy them if you're going to use them on black paper. They're just not very opaque at all. They're kind of a bit translucent, and I reckon you'd probably have to go over your own lettering a couple of times for them to look decent. Honestly, just stick with a plain white pen and do faux calligraphy if you want the brush lettering look. So that's it from me. If I do end up setting up my white notebook for August, then I will be recording it and I will be uploading it. At this point, it is the 30th of July. I still haven't done it, so I don't know. Anyway, if you want to be notified, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you are notified of my new videos. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if there's anything you want to see, if you want me to review anything. I'm always up for suggestions. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!